Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so before we get started, one of the things we need to do is check acoustics in the gym. So what I need everybody to do is at the top of their voice, as loud as you can, envision your graduate as being announced and is processing out. Let's cheer them on as if they were doing that right now. So can I get everybody on the count of three to just let out a big yell? All right, I think somebody got the memo from the first ceremony that we had. You guys got inside information. This is pretty good. All right, I don't even need to do this again because that was excellent. All right, so we will hop right to it. Okay, good day to everybody. So just as an FYI, at the end of our ceremony, I know it's getting warm out there, but we do have locations for photographs outside. So as we finish up, please feel free on the basketball court to take pictures in front of our logos with your graduates and staff. We will go ahead and get started. So before we begin today's commencement and awards ceremony, please note the lighted exits in case of emergency at the front and rear of the gym. In addition, this is a reminder to all participants that to use proper decorum during our ceremony as we honor the Independence Nontraditional School Class of 2021. All Prince William County Public School rules and regulations are in effect. Please rise. Okay, please remain standing. I would like to invite Kalia A. Jackson to the podium, please. Kalia is our valedictorian for Ceremony B.
I pledge
allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please remain standing. In honor of those that paved the way to eliminate the barriers to equity and equality, the foundation of Independence Nontraditional School, please pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. And please remain standing for our national anthem. Okay, you may be seated. Thank you for attending our first commencement and awards ceremony held on the grounds of Independence. On behalf of the graduates, faculty, and staff at our school, please be sure to watch our senior celebration video on our school webpage. After the ceremony, please join us outside for some pictures with family. Also, we are live streaming our event, all three ceremonies, so please feel free to catch each one of them so you can see your fellow graduates being celebrated as well. Our school community would like to extend a special thank you to you, our parents, stakeholders, caregivers, for supporting each of our wolves on their path to graduation during this pandemic. Without you, many of them would most likely not be here. We know that this has been an extremely challenging time, both in our community and in society, and your resilience and that of your graduates is really something to be commended and to be proud of. Not many students can go through not just 1 year, but 2 years, as this graduating class has done, of dealing with all the different dynamics that they've had to face on this path. We would also like to extend a thanks to Ms. Dawn Davis, the Executive Director of Spark, and the Board of Directors of Spark for supporting our commencement and award ceremony today. Also, we are joined by several honored guests. Ms. Lori Williams, School Board Member, Woodbridge District. Mr. Victor S. Angry, Neabsco District Supervisor. Dr. Stephen L. Walt, Superintendent of Schools. Ms. Rita Everett Goss, Associate Superintendent. And on our administrative team, we have Mr. Block, Ms. Cole, Ms. Pankowski, and Mr. Romero. Please take a look at the back of your commencement program at the picture of the wolf pack. The first 3 wolves are old and provide the pace, otherwise they could be left behind. The next 5 are strong wolves to protect those in the center of the pack, and 5 stronger wolves to protect the rear. The strongest wolf, the alpha, is last in line. In this position, he sees everything and decides the direction the pack will travel. He keeps the pack unified and can run in any direction to provide aid, guidance, or support. He makes sure no one is left behind. The elders lead the pace, and each wolf watches and helps each other. So before I continue, what I'm going to share is some heartfelt comments regarding our school superintendent, Dr. Waltz. You know, I could extol his background, his 4.0s. He earned his doctorate, his work in Wichita, Kansas as a teacher and a principal and training to be a school superintendent. And I could extol the fact that he's been named a Region 4 superintendent multiple times in Virginia. I could extol all those qualities But what the most important thing is, he's one of us. The main reason that we exist today is a result of Dr. Waltz's vision, focus, and emphasis, and all the behind-the-scenes work that he did to ensure independence came to fruition. He is not one to tout it. He's not one to share it. And there's, like I said, when you were talking about the PAC, he's one of us. He's been with us every step of the way. And he typifies what leadership is in non-traditional education. And it's a rarity to have a school superintendent that gets it and that understands that and individualizes for everyone. He's individualized for me, and he's individualized for our staff, for you all in the school community, and particularly for our students. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Waltz to the podium to share some remarks to you all and our graduates.
Good morning, graduates, and good morning, parents, family members, friends. It's so great to be here, and I'm so proud of you, the graduating class of 2021. You know, to have an alternative program for students who need it, I think, is such a blessing. And not everybody gets to where they want to go using the same path. And certainly the path for these students has been exceptionally challenged by the pandemic, not to mention the issues that we've had with race. There are a lot of things going on in our society that have been a real challenge. And I just want to again applaud you for working through these difficult times and coming to this day. And I hope that you enjoy every moment of this ceremony because you deserve it. The other thing I want to say to you is this is a huge milestone. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Getting a high school diploma, graduating from high school, that is a big step in life. And what I hope is that you will see your individual accomplishments as a motivation to take the next step, and the next step, and the next step. Because I'll tell you right now, if you got here today, you can go anywhere you want to go tomorrow. And you have to know that inside yourself. One thing that I think is so important for you to remember is you have everything you need inside of yourself. And if you stick with a pack of goal-oriented, positive people, it will help you develop all your potential inside of yourself. And don't underestimate what that is. I don't care who tells you what you can and cannot do. You tell yourself what you want to do, set your goals, and move to the next big goal just like you made it here today, and you'll be great. So my daughter graduated from high school on Saturday morning. And so for a father as well as a superintendent, it's, whoa, it's an emotional time. And, you know, when you graduate, when you reach this milestone, it's common to look back. You know, what was the journey like? Some of it was messy. Some of it was really good. Some of it we don't want to talk about anymore. And just remember, every human being, me, all these wonderful guests celebrating with you, your parents, your family members, we're all recruited from the human race. And we all make mistakes because we're human. And if you learn from them, that's all that matters. So you learn from the mistakes you've made, and you're going to make some more. But just try to learn from each and every one of them, and you'll be a stronger person. I want to say a couple words about the faculty and staff. And thank you, Mr. Icorn. I'll tell you a funny story. So some years back, You know, the school is pretty new. Mr. Eichhorn and I had many long talks over the years, and I was really proud of our staff for stealing him from Fairfax. By the way, he was Teacher of the Year for the entire Fairfax County Public Schools one year. And so I was really proud, and my wife works, she's an administrator in Fairfax, so I called it one of my better coups to steal Bob Eichhorn. And so Mr. Eichhorn, he's a visionary, you know, he's a big dreamer too. And I won't take the time to tell you what the old school was like, but it ain't nothing like this one. And the best thing that I would say about the old school is you still had many of the same caring staff members. It was always a great, loving, caring staff that helped our students. But the facility, that was another story. So Bob kept talking about visioning, you know, let's build the school just for alternative programs, for technology, for unique situations, and let's make it like, just like you're always talking world class, let's make it a world class facility for alternative schools. Well, you know, he was wearing me out with these conversations, and I finally said, Bob, put your ideas down on paper. And we got our staff, myself, each got a notebook, about 50 pages a few months later. The rest of the staff looked at it and they were like, he's out of his ever-loving mind. And I looked at it and I didn't say anything out loud, but I thought, okay, we're going to make this a dream come true. And that was the beginning of the visioning for the facility that you're in. And one thing I love about it is, you know, even if you're taking an alternative route, you deserve to be in the best facilities. And we accomplished that. And furthermore, I think it's really important for you to know that the representatives here on the school board and the board of supervisors, it's because they partnered to make this happen. These things don't happen without a school board's vote and without the supervisors, the county board of supervisors. So it's important to understand that just like in the wolf pack, you accomplish great things when you work together with other people in a pack. So, you know, that's a fantastic thing. And since I'm retiring, I'm going to say to Mr. Eichhorn, you probably know this, he's soon to be Dr. Eichhorn. He defends his dissertation soon. So that's going to be a big accomplishment for him. So I'm a person who loves sayings. And I have a calendar that has a quote every day of the year. And recently, it was actually in May, I found the perfect quote for this graduation. I'm going to share it to you and close. Throw me to the wolves, and I'll return leading the pack. Congratulations, graduates. Best wishes to you.
Thank you, Dr. Waltz. Our third annual Independence Nontraditional School Commencement and Award Ceremony celebrates the various trails our students have taken to reach the goal of high school graduation. The path each senior has taken is individual and unique. However, what is universal for all of our seniors is the ability to overcome, persevere, and succeed. This year's graduating class, who we've shared before, has endured not 1 but 2 years in a pandemic, illustrates that all things are possible and that no obstacle would stand in their way toward graduation. Our student speakers exemplify these characteristics and a passionate dedication to their goals. Our first speaker, I would like to invite Grace C. Harrison to the podium.
Raise your hand if you've ever read The Little Engine That Could. Now keep your hand raised if you've ever felt like the little engine that could. This is my story of the little engine in my heart. Oh, no, I'm good. That kept me going against the odds in my life. During COVID's early years, my mom had packed up and left me. It was gradual at the beginning, then I found myself in a whirlwind. I was left to pay bills, take care of the dogs, buy groceries, and drive her to and from her boyfriend's house. This man who took an oath to protect society would tell me I could not leave until I did hard drugs with him and his friends. The little engine was starting to lose the steam to say no. I remember driving home and having it be one of the happiest and saddest moments of my life thus far. I missed my mom and wished I would not have to go over 120 miles per hour down the highway to feel alive. However, I felt happy to be away from the 30-year-old drug dealers trying to manipulate me into submission. I had become addicted to the fast cars and not answering to anyone, but it came with a price. I was alone, and the last parent who wanted to stay left me. This little engine realized that she needed to change the track she was headed down. The moment I knew my life needed to change was when I had to be hospitalized and my current boyfriend, then friend, broke through the security gates to sit outside my window. I had faced people telling me that I wasn't worth it by their actions, so for someone to do something because they wanted to see me made me want to change to keep it in my life. The little engine had the steam to go down the new tracks and explore new possibilities. Fast forward to today, I am in a new house with my boyfriend's family that helped save me, and I'm dating the man who helped pull me over the mountain. I made the choice to do what seemed impossible at the time to change my life. I would never have started studying to become an emergency medical technician. I wouldn't have become a blogger, graduated, or even been here to tell my story. I needed to change the hand I was dealt. I overcame this mountain in my life, and now I'm stronger and happier than I would have thought possible last year. I will leave you with this. For our future, be the little engine that could. Take different tracks to embrace what is on the other side of your mountain. Do things you don't think are possible because it's been proven time and time again that your mind is the only thing stopping you. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Our next speaker, I would like to invite Kijan M. Henson to the podium.
Hi. All right. Today I've been given the tremendous opportunity to stand before you as graduates of Independence Non-Traditional School. Through this opportunity, I would like to begin by thanking the staff. They are the most supportive and humble people I've ever met. I would like to specifically thank Ms. Gibaldi and Ms. Smith for their guidance and encouragement. They truly enabled me to stand before you here today. By supporting me every day with their patience, persistence, and inspiration that kept me moving towards this goal. However, while I singled them out for what they did for me, I know that they do not stand alone. All the staff of Independence are dedicated to our success, and each quietly goes about work of enabling us to reach our goals, even when we were not sure we could reach them ourselves. Now, I've been told that I am the bad child because I go here to Independence, but that's not true. Independence is a place where people who learn differently can go to get what they need to be successful. While here, I learned the labels do not define who I am as a person. The staff at Independence helped me to realize that there is more than the past. There is more to me than my mistakes. I have learned that there are only mistakes if I do not grow from them and learn the lesson that they were intended to me to teach. I know that none of us gets through life without making a few along the way. It's about learning from our mistakes that gives us the character. We all fall sometimes. That is normal, but this life is about perseverance and determination to see ourselves through to the goal line. At Independence, I've learned to be patient with others and myself. I've learned to show humility and how to handle myself. I've improved my ability to communicate in a healthy way, and I learned problem-solving skills that help me as I mature into a man and begin the process of adulting. I learned that hard times never last, but solid people do, and solid people are worthy of my energy. However, today is not about me, it's about us. As much as I'm proud of myself for overcoming the struggle and obstacles that could have prevented me from achieving this goal, I'm proud of each and every one of you for the hard work and the determination that led you here to this achievement. You had the grit to see this through now. We are ready to begin a journey of adulting in the real world. This is a huge milestone. This is what we've been working towards since we're little kids. We are ready to make our mark in this society and history. We did it, and no one can take that away from us. As I close, I would like to thank the ones who helped me guide here today. For me, I would like to thank my mother for always being a consistent role model. She taught me about reliance and perseverance. I couldn't have done it without the love and support of everyone in this room. Congratulations, you amazing wolves. I will be listening to, apologies. I'll be listening for your howls. I'll be listening for your howls as each of you makes your mark in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief John. Our final speaker for this ceremony is Julius Williams. Please come to the podium.
If you told me that I would be up here giving a speech on my graduation day a couple years ago, I would have stared at you in complete confusion. I was the type of student who was apathetic, never took on any extra credit work, slouched on a desk, had hordes of assignments crumbled up in my backpack, was never separated from my phone, and muted my teacher's voice in my mind. Then independence happened. I changed, and today I stand here to speak to you all because I realize this is not about my story alone, but the obstacle we all overcame. Whether it was your own personal struggle or something that we all dealt with, like this pandemic, we overcame them all. I truly believe that the class of 2021 is the strongest class ever. We have been going to school for 12 years knowing what to expect, but all that changed last year when we went into lockdown. Our routine of 12 years was ruined, and we had to adapt to a new way of learning, and that's what we did. We adapted and we overcame what was in front of us in order to achieve our goals of graduation. We did exactly what Michelle Obama expects from our nation's youth. So don't be afraid. You hear me, young people? Don't be afraid. Be focused, be determined, be hopeful, and be empowered. And as much as I would like to give myself all the credit for graduating, I don't think that's close to the truth. The staff and faculty at Independence provided emotional support and help with the assignments. The teachers were understanding and they helped me not waver from my goal of graduating in 2021. Even when I thought it was impossible, the staff here believed that I could do it. I've only been at Independence for the last 1 year, but I can tell that this school is truly untraditional. Let's rewind to my 3 years of high school before coming to Independence. 2,000 students, 25 students in my class. Getting your teacher's attention was as hard as trying to keep a dog in a bathtub. A cycle of no motivation, no personalized attention, no understanding of assignments. Red marks on my paper, feeling lost, getting terrible grades, This continued for 3 long drawn years. I started to skip school. Every day I was in a conundrum. Do I stay in bed or do I drag myself to school? My grandmother had passed in my sophomore year, and I lost all motivation and desire to prove anything to anyone, least of all to myself. I started hanging out with friends with the objective of not feeling alone and awkward, but it was all a farce. I wanted to graduate. I wanted to be told that I could do it. I wanted to let the world know that I am more than this unmotivated, difficult, and indifferent student. I wanted to be told by my teacher, your journey can inspire your peers, share it with the world. So here I am ready with you all today, ready to set out on a new and harder journey. Dear fellow peers, I would like to leave you with these words from Roger Crawford, first and only person in American history to play a Division I college sport with a severe disability. Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. Even though the challenge of high school is over, we will face many more challenges that will at first seem impossible to deal with, but don't forget that it is how we respond to those challenges that will determine their outcome.
Okay, let's give another big round of applause to Grace, Kijan, and Julius. Our students were presented with many choices on the trail toward high school graduation. At Independence, our faculty and staff were aware of the many decisions faced by our seniors during the pandemic as they prepared to end one journey and plan for the next. Today, we will present awards that show how exemplary students fulfilled the mission of our school and remained focused on the path to success. Our first award is the Personal Achievement Award. Many of the students attending school at Independence wrestle with additional responsibilities of family, job, and other adult commitments. This award recognizes those students who have succeeded academically and personally despite these pressures and obstacles. Will Kalia Jackson please come forward? Our next award is the Citizenship Award. At Independence, it is our goal that all students and staff model respect and demonstrate kindness and consideration. The Citizenship Award is given to those students who have helped build a positive school community through example and work with others. Will Grace Harrison and Jalen Lamb come forward? Okay, let's see, we should have. Now, we do have one final award this afternoon. This is a commencement and award ceremony. So as Dr. Waltz shared, he is retiring this year, and so it would not behoove us, as someone is moving into retirement, you can consider them graduating. So in honor of Dr. Waltz, we would like to present you, Dr. Waltz. Independence Nontraditional School recognizes Dr. Stephen L. Waltz for his relentless advocacy and support for nontraditional education 2021. And I have a few comments to our graduates. Wolves, you inspire me and define my existence. You encourage me through your success. You remind me of the meaning of persistence as you wolves have passed the test. I see me in you and you in me. I find in your heart and mind all that I aspired, all I was and aspired to be, reborn and ready to start. The exciting journey of living, meeting your future full force. You're ready to keep on giving as you have learned the source. To channel your hunger and draw strength from the pack, howling like thunder, ready to attack. The next challenge in life with relentless poise and handle all manner of strife while filtering out all the noise. So go forth, be seen and heard, take your place in line. You have earned the right through deed and word to live a life sublime. But in this life, that is not enough to ensure happiness and success. You must be caring, consistent, and sometimes tough. To that I can attest. In this moment, much too brief, a few more words I'll share. As it is my heartfelt belief, so to you I will declare. Be yourself, stay the course each year, month, and day. Being true to you will reinforce the things you do and say. Always lend a helping hand and accept one when offered. Have honor and take a stand, no matter opinion unpopular. Be a part of instead of apart from. Serve your wolf pack well. It is a place for all to come, to build and to excel. Always look to make new friends and keep old wolves by their side. Remember when wrong to make amends, it will make for a better ride. Find your passion at work and play. Live each moment as if your last. Keep both paws grounded in the day to create a real cool past. Respect your family through action and deed as they are here through happiness and strife to acknowledge, recognize, and then proceed with you in your next stage of life. So, wolves, if you remember one thing I rhymed as you reach this awesome height, it is how proud I am of you and that your future will be bright. At this time, we will present the class of 2021 with their certificates of program completion.
Grace C. Harrison. Amaya R. Harris Smith. Kenya M. Harris Smith. Zachary Hendrickson. Kai John M. Henson. Kavan N. Honey. Kalia A. Jackson. Dewan S. Johnson. Kayla N. Kelly. Perpetual A. Kusi. Jalen J. Lamb. Ileana Ledoux. Stephen A. Lopez Montiel. Helen Luna. Alex Jade Malari. Kevin Maldonado Flores.
Oliver Marín Caballeros. Brian Marquez Romero. Paris McGee. Luke McGettrick. Mackay D. McCoy. Santos D. Molina. Jeffrey M. Molina Sorto. Osman E. Molina Sorto. Michael B. Moreira. Kendall Mulligan. Dayling Nicole. Osiah Old. Christian O'Neill. Julius Williams.
Please rise. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Independence Nontraditional School, it is my honor to present you, the senior class of 2021. Congratulations.